Hello everyone, there's been some big news today announced about the Ark Raiders second expedition, and the first one. In fact, they've answered a lot of questions that I had and my friends around how these are going to work going forward and things like that. There's been some changes and they've clarified a lot of things. So it's good timing because the projects right now, we've got the expedition, I'm all ready to go. And at the time of this recording, we've got 19 days and 10 hours to go until we can sign up and send our raider away. If you want to do that, of course, and kind of start again. Well, they've answered questions about how this is going to work for the second time around. And pretty much we understand a little bit more now of how this works going forward. So I'm going to bring up the article. And I'm not going to go all through this because you can read it yourselves. I'll link it down in the video description. But basically, when you are going through an expedition now and you do the character wipe, that are permanent rewards. You get the patchwork outfit for your first expedition, and then it's going to evolve through your second expedition. Doesn't matter when you do this, it's not time gated. So whenever you decide to do your first one, you'll get the first expedition rewards, and then the second one you're going to get those rewards, and so on. I imagine as we go down the line, the scrappy cosmetics and the expedition indicator icon above your head or on your name tag, that's going to get upgraded for each expedition that you do. So you'll be able to tell how many wipes a player has done by looking at that, and you'll always be able to get that. Doesn't matter when you do it. If you start the game late, you'll always start on that first expedition, you'll get all the rewards for that, and so on, like I said. And then there's like bonus rewards also, where the first expedition gave you 12 stash spaces. If you do a second one, that increases to 24. You get 5 skill points for your first expedition, and on the second expedition you're going to get 5 more again. Now, this isn't going to happen every single expedition. If you have a read through this, there is eventually going to be a cap on the skill points. So there will be a maximum that you can attain. However, these are permanent. So if at any point, if you go through one expedition or 2 expeditions, you don't want to go for an expedition again, you're not going to lose your stash space and you're not going to lose the bonus points that you've got. These are permanent upgrades that you can get through doing an expedition. The things that you do lose if you decide to do an expedition and not continue to do one the next time round are the consecutive buffs. So for the first one, we got 5% XP boost, 6% scrappy materials boost, and 60% repair value increase. Well, if you go ahead and do a consecutive expedition, this will increase. The 5 goes to 10 on the XP boost, the 6 goes to 12 on the scrappy materials boost, and the 60 goes to 70 on the repair value increase. So that's how that works. So if you decide to do an expedition and you don't do the next one, you only lose those buffs. They will reset, and if you decide to do an expedition again, you'll start on those buffs again, and you got to get consecutive expeditions to keep increasing that. I imagine at some point that will have a cap as well, although they don't mention that. Embark also released this image in that document as well online, and it shows it a little bit more clearer here. We can see the first expedition, your permanent expedition cosmetics, which is the patchwork outfit, scrappy cosmetics, and the expedition indicator icon. Again, these are permanent. Doesn't matter when you do your first expedition, this is what you'll get. You get permanent expedition bonuses as well, which are 12 stash spaces for this one, and 0 to 5 skill points based on the player wealth. They have amended this. So for the first expedition, you originally needed to get 5 million player wealth before the reset to get all of the 5 skill points. That was 1 million per skill point. They're reducing that to 600,000. So now you only need to get 3 million to get the full 5 skill points, which is much better. And if you continue to do a second expedition, there's a catch-up mechanic in there as well, which we'll speak about in a moment. And then you can see at the bottom there, consecutive expedition buffs are the XP boosts and repair value. They are the things that you'll lose if you don't continue. Now, the second expedition, you can see there's more permanent expedition cosmetics, which is the patchwork outfit evolved with more scrappy cosmetics and the upgraded indicator icon, because you keep on going on expeditions. Again, you increase your stash space to 24 and you can go to 10 skill points, but there is a catch up on missed skill points. So if you did the first expedition, but for whatever reason you didn't get all of the skill points, when you do your second expedition, once you've got enough value to have the 5 skill points for the second expedition, you can continue then to increase your value even more of your bank to get missed skill points from past expeditions. So they're not gone forever. If for whatever reason you weren't able to get all of the skill points on the next expedition, there's going to be a mechanic where you can catch up and gain those. And remember, with these skill points, this isn't going to happen every single expedition. I imagine the third one will do. You can just see it says more to come there on this poster, but going forward, there will be points eventually where they get to where they won't be rewarding you more skill points, and I imagine more stash space as well, because it's not something they can permanently give you. But for now, we are earning that, which I think makes the expedition very valuable. It's kind of why I do it. You also get the outfit as well, and the evolved outfit. But yeah, everything there is attainable whenever you play the game. It's not like you're missing anything if you miss out on an expedition or decide not to do it or can't do it. You can start this at any point on your Arc Raiders journey. You can get rewarded like anybody else has. I originally thought like that outfit for the first expedition was going to be a one-time thing. It isn't. There's 5 skill points I thought potentially, but it isn't, which I think is really good. I like the way they've done this. I imagine over time this is going to evolve even more as they go down the line by the wording in the document they put out. But for now, this is how it is working, and it's answered a lot of questions, because I was always unsure on, you know, how many skill points can you get if I decide to do one expedition and don't do another. Do I lose those skill points? No, I don't, which is great. I only lose those buffs. And yeah, pretty good read. That's pretty much the gist of it. So this is for the next expedition. If you haven't done one yet and you're watching this video, if you want to do it and get ready in time, like I said, you got about 20 days to do this. You'll be doing the first expedition, but for those like myself that did do the first one, we are now on the second one, and we'll be working to our third one from the 1st of March, I believe. I think the 1st of March is the day they reset and we go again. And it's also worth mentioning as well in the article, they mention about all the other things that will be staying, like all of your cred that you've got, any of those decks that you're working on, nothing like that changes. Your trophy display as well, no progress there is lost or anything like that. So all of that remains constant throughout the expedition and the wipe, so you don't need to worry about finishing off the display before the wipe. You can do that afterwards if you want to, and so on. Really looking forward to see the third expedition and the changes for that one. There's a lot of talk right now about blueprints, and is there some way they could maybe sneak in that we can keep some blueprints and things like that. They have spoke about better ways of player sharing and things, but yeah, they've answered a lot of questions there. I think a lot of people will be happy with the price reduction of your inventory going down from 5 million to 3 million as well. That's a huge change, to be honest with you. That 5 million was rough. I'm currently at 2.4, so 600k to go for me with 20 days. I'm happy. Yeah, that's all for this video. I'll update you guys on that, and I'll try and get more videos like this out. We started doing Arc Raiders content on this channel. It took off. Thank you for supporting it. We are playing the game still, got a lot going on, but we'll cover as much content as we can for this game and other games on the channel, of course. So if you do enjoy it, be sure to like it and comment to support it. I'd appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe for more content as well. Until next time, take care.